Everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. Busy night around the Houma area. Here to talk about is Chief of Houma Police Department, Mr. Travis Terrio. Thanks so much for being with us. I got a couple of things off the street, right, that could be dangerous, and so it was a busy last night and early morning for the HPD.
That's right. So yesterday, around 7:45 p.m., one of our officers was patrolling the area, and they observed a vehicle run a stop sign. It was actually one of our K-9 units, and tried conducting a traffic stop where the driver refused to stop, and led him on a chase that went down Prospect and eventually into Bayou on the Lafourche Terrebonne line, and ultimately ending in Shriever. Upon exiting the vehicle, the driver did struggle with him shortly, but without incident, he was taken into custody, and as a result, he was actually charged with failure to stop and yield, following too close, failure to appear for jury duty, expired inspection sticker, turning signals required, aggravated flight, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession with the intent to distribute CDS-2, resisting arrest by force or violence, transaction involving proceeds from drug offenses, and driving with a suspended license. And we were also, we were assisted by the Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Department, Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office, Louisiana State Police, and because he was on the northern end of the parish, Thibodeau Police Department was responding as well.
That's because of the chase that those many people jump in?
Yeah. But, and one thing I'd like to say is our supervisors did a really good job of monitoring it, and at no point in time were there any civilians that they felt were in danger. It was not a high-speed chase. It actually, at one point, I think it did reach a speed of 80 miles per hour on a 4-lane portion of the roadway, but it was for a short period of time. Then actually the rest of the pursuit was probably about 60 miles an hour, and then I think at one point it dropped all the way down to 20. Mm-hmm. So he was just driving and was refusing to stop.
I see. So that's a local resident?
Yes, he was identified, as Anthony Whitley of Houma.
Okay. And that's just a traffic stop that led to another issue.
That's right. So, yeah.
Similar type incident earlier in the morning, right?
Yeah. So our officers were doing some criminal patrols and, through the neighborhoods, making sure everybody property was safe. And as he was driving down Gum Street, they observed a vehicle in the park after closing hours, which we do have a curfew in all our parks. And he tried, as soon as he activated the lights, the occupant of the vehicle jumped into the driver's seat and quickly sped off, driving at a high rate of speed through some residential streets and eventually on to West Park Avenue, where he came to a stop on Stovall Street. Whenever he exited the vehicle, he actually exited with a rifle, armed with a semi-automatic rifle, and the officer was quickly able to give him commands to drop it. It appears that startled him. He stumbled, dropped the rifle, and then he attempted to flee on foot. However, we were able to apprehend him. He was in possession of some marijuana, and he was charged with aggravated flight, resisting arrest by flight, and curfew in the parks.
Now, that could have been a much more dangerous situation if you have somebody with an automatic weapon like that.
Absolutely. I don't know what his intention was of why he would have exited the vehicle with the rifle. I'm very thankful that he dropped that rifle, for our officer's safety and his. Last thing we want is for anyone to get hurt. These situations are some high-stress situations for everyone involved, and I'm just very happy that they were able to be resolved. And look, both of these incidents was some excellent police work, some good proactive patrolling. Both of our officers that did this are some great police officers, and I commend them.
Right. And again, you don't know exactly what's going on, but for anybody to have an automatic weapon at a park, just not a great idea. And
right.
Although, who knows what you can carry nowadays.
That's right. And look, and I'll go back to this also. If at any point in time, whenever we have these chases, if we think, if it appears that the public is, if there's any safety concerns for the public, safety is always first, and we're quick to cancel them.
Right. So was that a local resident as well?
Yes, that was Kane Boykins, 19 years old, that was arrested for that.
Does he live it?
He's of
around that
Houma.
area?
Yes.
I got you.
Yeah.
And so if you don't understand, don't know, and I think most of them are posted, but almost all parks have a curfew.
Yeah, pretty much the rule of thumb, sun up to sundown. And it's just for safety reasons. Some of the parks aren't lit that well. We want to keep the criminal activity down. We want to keep people from loitering, the trash, debris and things like that from flying around in the park. And just, we don't want, everybody wants to go to sleep at night. So whenever kind of like when we were kids, whenever the sun goes down, time to go home.
Right. Well, I mean, you're not going to have lights blaring in a park.
Right.
It's not like
Right.
a football game
Right.
or anything. And so they don't have lights because it is a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And,
And I'm not, and look, I know some locations there are lights for at night, and I think it's allowed in certain locations. I don't know, if you pay attention when you go to the park, the times are posted at each park, because I believe some of the tennis courts are open at night.
Right. So, always an important time. So, people, again, when you're talking about policing and proactive policing, that's a big part of what y'all do.
That's right. That's right. And look, in both us and the sheriff's department, we encourage proactive but professional, always.
Right. You don't want to be picking on
That's right.
one area, neighborhood, but that's how you help out. And again, who's to say what's going to go on? But when you have somebody with an automatic weapon, it could have really escalated into a bad situation.
That's right. And
Right.
we're just happy they can go that way.
Yeah, you're right. Great job again by your guys in handling two tough situations. Chief, thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more Bayou Time.